All right, good morning, folks. May 13th, 2023. I wanted to talk about realistic XRP prices. So many people get caught up on XRP price. Many conversations have been happening in this community about whether we're going to go to $589, whether we're going to go to 50,000 or somewhere in between. The haters say that we're not even going to make it to previous all-time high of basically $3.80, almost $4 was the previous all-time high. But to me, it's very clear. Upon breakout, we're going to at least, 3 to 5x that previous all-time high, in my opinion. You look at the Fibonacci's, you look at different metrics and things that you got going on in the charts, and, it's very conservative to hit a $7 plus XRP. Now, I'm going to show you guys, excuse me, I got a little chart here from Dark Defender, and I'll show you guys what he has to say about this. He says, I've never seen the XRP community silent this much. Well, Dark Defender must have missed us in Vegas because we were getting rowdy. We were having a little bit of fun in the middle of a bear market recession. We were having a good time in Vegas, continuing to build, continuing to grow adoption, and talking about preserving our wealth. But yes, I do get what Dark Defender is saying. The community is wore out. I can feel it. I can see it. I read it in the comments. People are frustrated, and I get it. And I'm going to have people in the comments down below on this video saying how upset they are that I'm talking about XRP at, $10 when I know very well that it's going to go to 4 and 5 digits, which is fine. But I do think that it's important for people, and I'm going to explain after I show what Dark Defender has to say here, to understand where they're at with their exit strategy and what they need to get from XRP. So, Dark Defender says, I've never seen the XRP community silent this much. This means XRP is ready. Based on our pattern, the break is imminent anytime from now to August. When the resistance line is broken, XRP will first hit $1.33 and then $3.82. I trust Ripple XRP. Chin up, our day is near. Let's take a look at his chart real quick, okay? So this is the Dark Defender chart. April 2021, Grand Wave 2, ABC, B Wave top. Anytime from now to August is so close to the weekly break for XRP. So he's looking at the weekly chart right here. Okay. We have 13 weekly bars for the break according to the historical pattern. So anytime between now and August, this thing should be set free. Now, I wanted to make a point though. So for some folks, they've had to turn the key on their business. Their real estate portfolio's down. The equity in their house has been lost. They may have lost their job. It's a tough situation out there, and I have sympathy for that. And so I want to remind our community that although I believe in the big prices, trust me, I believe that the only way out for our government is massive money printing and inflation. And so I do believe in the higher prices. But what does that reality look like? I've always said the XRP is going to be going during a time of strife, turmoil, internal chaos, external chaos of a falling empire here in the United States, and people are going to get caught up in that. And so I think we need to stop shaming people for having an exit strategy of, hey, I need to sell 25% of my portfolio at $5. I need to sell another 25% at $10. I'm going to hold the other 50% of my portfolio for $589. But in the meantime, I want to get out of student debt. I just lost my job. If I don't leave my job, I'm going to, stay depressed and miserable. Like, people are in real situations that we got to have sympathy for. It's easy to just be moon boys and memes and 589 and, we're going to have a yacht. What island are you going to pick out, bro? That's all fun and fine and dandy. I get that. But especially for someone like myself who's 28, I have time to hold my portfolio forever and let it go up and down. And I have opportunities to take risks and gamble, and I can lose it and make it back. But I just think of the person that's, like I said, 65, 70 years old, and you're at the end of your runway. And $5 XRP will do something for you. We cannot shame the members in the community that have that as an exit strategy. And it doesn't mean just because you're going to sell off a portion along the way, doesn't mean you can't believe in the long-term viability. And it's funny, when I have these conversations, I literally have people in the comments that think that I'm like a government op that's trying to get people to dump their XRP. I'm just like, no, I have sympathy for people's real live situations. And so that's something that we've talked about. And that's why when the recession was coming in 2022, They denied. We still can't call it a recession. It might offend somebody, but we recognize that it is a recession. We met the technical definitions, 2 quarters of negative GDP growth in a row. That's the definition of a recession. And so we put out a recession to-do list, and the first thing was about income. Make sure that you can bring it in. Make sure that your business is going to keep growing. Because if not, this is where people get put into a bind and they have to sell more of their suppressed assets, more of their investments, more of the equity that they have has to get given up just so they can survive. And so when I talk about, people having an exit strategy at $5, $10, $20, it's because, people are in situations where they're going to need to take some money off the table. Like for me, I went too heavy into XRP. I wasn't diversified at all. I still am barely diversified. Over 90% of my portfolio in investments is XRP. So let me be very clear about that. And I also want to say this, 90% of my XRP is going to be held by me forever. See, I'm only selling off about maybe 10% of my XRP portfolio. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or my XRP where my mouth is, and I'm holding on to it forever. It's just that we got to have sympathy. We got to stop beating up people in the community that are talking about realistic prices. For me, a realistic price for XRP is 3 digits plus, right? Inflation's the only way out for our government, and I recognize that. So the setup for me is very clear. When we break out, we're going somewhere fun. And Dark Defender showed that on the charts here, we could be at, $3 this year. Never forget, we went from about 20 cents to that $3.80 all-time high in less than a month. So that's how quickly it can happen. Now, other people ask me, why do you think it's going to go up to $10 and then come back down to $2? Well, I'm not necessarily sticking to those numbers. I just think that we're going to have so much sell pressure because of these people that I'm talking about. And I'm not shaming them. These people are frustrated. They're tired. And after holding for years and years and years, and we finally break out and they get into profit and they've made a 5X, they've made a 10X, they're going to take the money and run. As much as people are XRP community till the day we die, situations change and reality hits and people get emotionally invested, right? But then the rubber meets the road and they're out and they're hitting the exits. And I'm not going to shame people. My thing is, I just want everyone to understand what their exit strategy needs to be. What their exit strategy needs to be to take care of them, their family, and whatever that may be. If you need to sell off some XRP at $5, $10, that's fine. If you think that XRP is going to $10,000 and you want to hold it all till then, God bless you, right? To each their own. But the reason why I think that we're going to have such violent pullbacks is because this community's been holding a suppressed asset for so long, and we're going through a bear market recession. And so, like I said, when we hit $5, when we hit previous all-time high, major sell pressure. I mean, we're going to have major sell pressure even at $2 XRP. Sounds crazy, but because that's a psychological number and we hit it last bull run where we kind of missed the bull run, XRP only went up to $2 in 2021. When it goes back to that level, people are going to say, okay, this is my opportunity, I'm out. Because last time it went to $2, they didn't sell, and they've been holding for the last 2 years, and they've been, upset about that. They've been kicking themselves. I know, I mean, I was just talking to people in Vegas about this, about how they wish they would have taken just a sliver, right? Just a sliver. These are people that have invested 6 figures plus into this XRP little cryptocurrency, and so they're talking about how they wish they would have just taken a sliver at $2. And so that's why I'm just trying to put out the warning, and I want you guys to have written out your exit strategy, something that you can stick to with conviction during the pump that's going to just melt faces. And like I said, it's going to get people just totally caught up and wrapped up in it. Major sell pressure at $2, major sell pressure at $4 to $5. It's previous all-time high, and it's a big psychological number, $5. Obviously, as we approach $10, people are going to be hitting the off-ramps by the thousands, by the droves, And so that's why I think that we go up and it's just going to be a violent pullback, major sell pressure. Because you got to think about this psychologically too. When we run up to $10 and we start to have a reversal, people start to sell off. And we go back down to $8, back down to $7. People are going to be like, oh, I missed my opportunity. I better get out now. So that's just more pressure back down. And so my thing from the very beginning for the last 2 years that I've been making content is I've been trying to prepare the community for this breakout. It is going to melt faces, but when it does, it is going to be so violent. And the shakeout is meant to get you out. So just remember that. I just want to be clear. I have the most conviction in XRP. I am holding about 90% of my bag forever. Okay. Just like my silver, I'm holding my silver forever, damn near. And then my XRP as well, right? These are assets. These are currencies that I'm just going to pass on down to my children. I'm not just passing on my XRP to my children. I'm going to pass on the liquidity pool automated market maker that I make. Oh, here you go, kids. Daddy made this little liquidity pool back in the day. It returns, 10% per month on your XRP, or 15% per year on your XRP, whatever the liquidity pool is that me and you are going to create. And I have a lot of people that wanted to get in on the liquidity pool that when I mentioned that a few weeks ago. That's what we're going to be passing on down to our children. So don't get it twisted. I'm not some government operative that's trying to get people to offload their XRP. I just have sympathy for reality. I know how tough it's getting out there, and I want our community to make it. I want you guys to not only survive, but thrive and take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. And with that being said, I appreciate everyone. Smash that thumbs up on the way out, and you guys can head on over to my website to get your cryptocurrency wallets or your precious metals. God bless you all. We'll see you in the next one.